Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Swing and a Mish Gaming. My name is Swing, and today we are going to go over the ins and outs of the most overpowered 4-spell setup that provides the best single target and area of effect damage in the game. Let's get to it. Alright, to start things off, we're going to take a look at the talent points that really make this build shine and make it outperform any build I have seen so far anywhere on YouTube or anything else, providing consistent and reliable damage. First things first, you want to get Accio Mastery. This will let you pull multiple enemies to you at once, and it is extremely useful in almost every single circumstance. After that, you want to put 1 point into Defendo Mastery. This is going to allow you to hit multiple enemies with just one cast of Defendo. This is maybe the most important passive ability to get, and it is Glacius Mastery. This is extremely OP when it comes to outnumbered fights. It also pairs perfectly with the next passive. That's right, you guessed it, Bombarda Mastery. If you time this just right, you can proc both Glacius and Bombarda at close to the same time, dealing huge AoE damage or area of effect damage to anything in the vicinity of the target enemy. Before we talk about skills, we have to talk about gear and gear traits. For this build, we are running all legendary gear, level 30+, which gives us a healthy boost to our damage naturally. I have to mention that even without legendary gear and only using tier 1 traits, this build still goes head to head with the toughest of enemies. With that out of the way, for traits, we are running 2 Bombarda 3 and 4 Defendo 3 traits. The trait placement does not matter, honestly. Just as long as you have 4 Defendo, you will pretty much be unstoppable damage-wise. And Bombarda 3, that's pretty important as well, because it's a massive plus to your AoE damage. Let's talk about skills. With this build, you'll be able to one-shot mostly anything in hard mode difficulty. The 4 main spells required to make this build work are Accio, Glacius, Defendo, and Bombarda. Watch some of the next clips so you can see how it works in action. So the rotation is Accio first to pull multiple non-elite enemies to you, then cast Glacius on the one in the middle. The reason for this is because the airborne enemies take increased damage. I believe it is a 4 to 6 times multiplier. I experimented with damage numbers, but I did not dive too deep. Although I would be more than happy to make a video, Lord willing, that gives you close to exact damage multipliers. If you would like this, leave a comment below. So back to the rotation. After a few targets are airborne, you want to hit the middle one with Glacius. This raises the damage multiplier on that enemy, I believe, by double. Now before they fall, use Defendo. This will cause the middle enemy to explode and damage the others around him, which if done correctly will cause all 3 enemies to take 4 times the amount of damage because they are airborne. Now if the other 2 are still alive, use Bombarda to kill them both. Many players might already know this, but I do want to mention that if an enemy cannot be pulled or moved with Accio, take it out of the rotation and instead just use Glacius to get that extra damage multiplier and then Defendo so you get that big burst of damage. Now, as I mentioned before, I have some really useful tips for every player with every build in the game. There are 2 potions in game that are, in my opinion, exponentially better than any of the others. First is the Maxima potion, essential for boss fights. The second potion is the Focus potion. The Focus potion is incredibly useful for outnumbered fights. The spells used in this build, unlike curses, have a shorter cooldown duration, meaning that Focus potions make them essentially spammable and seamlessly fun to use. Personally thank everybody who has been watching and liking my videos and subscribing to our content. You guys and gals are the salt of the earth, and I love every one of you. If you are not subscribed, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Have a great day, week, and year, and as always, God bless you.